can we start it? And this current second officer, Mr. Abhishek.
So I will take a moment till the camera gets fixed out. Yeah, the camera is fixed. Good morning all.
Good morning.
Let's say it one more time and fill the empty space with your voice, with more louder voice. Good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Abhishek. I welcome you to the 565 meeting of the Toastmasters. Today is an exciting day because we have 4 speeches, one after the other. And moreover, today we don't have any demo. If you look at the last meeting or so on, today all the speeches are there, all the speakers are there. That is great and amazing for this meeting. And before moving ahead, let's do some warm-up activity so that we get energized for the next 2 hours. I request everyone to stand up. If I say raise your hand, you have to raise your hand. If I say just 2 minutes, just have the instruction. If I say hand on the shoulder, you have to put your hand on the shoulder. Hand on the hip, hand on the hip. So you have to follow my instruction and my action. Raise your hand, hands on the shoulder, hand on the hip, hand on the shoulder, raise your hand on the hip, hand on the shoulder, raise your hand and hand on the hip. Now you have to follow my instruction but not my action. Just on my voice you have to follow. Hand on the shoulder, raise your hand on the hip, hand on the hip, raise your shoulder, hand on the hip, hand on the hip. Sorry. It's get confused because I do have to. Hand on the hips, raise your hand on the shoulder, raise your hand on the hips, hand on the hips, raise your hand on the shoulder, hands on the shoulder. So just one more round. Hand, raise your hand on the shoulder, hand on the hips. That's the word. Thank you for. As I discussed in the last meeting, before the case introduction, in the next meeting, that is going to happen next week. We are going to have some different session at that. In the next meeting, we are going to have the panel discussion where the member will come over the stage and the 4 members, it's just like panel discussion, how you see in the TV, in the news and the 4 members come on the stage and they will given a topic and they have to speak on that topic. Say the insight regarding the topics, the advantages, disadvantages, other challenges. It is more about how you look at the TV, the panel. Same we are going to display that same set of event in the next event. I request everyone to participate on this event more and more and make this event more wonderful and successful. I have forwarded the link in the group. Today I will forward it again. I request everyone who has not participated to participate in this event. Now, going forward, today we have an exciting topic in the TMO, which is complete management. It is all about how the people, how you yourself get into a zone when 2 people are in the complex. And for this wonderful session, our TMO is going to lead it. And today we have some wonderful people. Apart from the speeches, the TMO is going to take the entire session. On the introduction side of the TMO, the Toastmasters rules, I request Varun to come on the stage. On the introduction side, Varun is a senior manager at automobile company and he joined Toastmasters last 1 year and currently he is serving as a VP education in our country. Toastmasters.
Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests.
Good morning.
I welcome you all to 565 meetings of CTC Club. Welcome once again. Today's topic is conflict management. Believe me, since the time I was assigned this role the education of this club. A lot of conflict goes on for the entire week. Motivating people to take up role is a big challenge. And there's a lot of conflict in that also. Some people are vying for the same role. Some people are coming forward but backing out at the last moment. Some people, coming from the other clubs and taking up roles, so that is a huge quality for us. So today we are going to discuss something about conflict management, how to handle that, and how to maintain our relationships. But before that, let me explain the structure of the meeting for the benefit of the guests. So we have 3 layers to this meeting, or 3 parts to this meeting. First is prepared speech, and after a long time we are going to have a blockbuster of speeches. So we have 4 speakers today who will be coming here to give their speeches. Second and most interesting part is table topic. So we have Toastmaster Raji, who will be playing the role of table topic master. In that, you will be coming here for the impromptu speaking, and you will be given a topic by the table topic master, and you have to speak for 1 to 2 minutes. After that, and the last part but not least, very critical, is the evaluation part. So, very constructive and structured feedback will be given to each role player, whosoever is coming on this stage. So that is the most important part of the Toastmaster meeting. So this role will be performed by Toastmaster Anurag, who is GE for today. So I would request Toastmaster Anurag to come on the stage and explain his
Very thank you Toastmaster Varun for the warm welcome. So hello everyone. Today I am playing the role of general evaluator, and as a general evaluator, my role is to analyze the whole meeting, and I am going to check everything in the meeting, and I will present my report in the end. In this thing, I am not alone who is going to evaluate you. I have a team of evaluators who are going to help me out in this evaluation process. So for this, I would like to invite my auxiliary role player on this stage to introduce about their role. First we have
nobody is going to government take assign anyone.
anyone want to take ground in the role? I think you are already evaluated for the best.
We have.
Anyone else who want to take the grammarian role or would like to try it as a role? Rajiv, would you like to take it?
I already taken a lot of PT. I can take grammarian.
Very good.
Kaveri, would you like to take grammarian role?
I can take.
Okay, great. Are you a member?
Ex-president, ex-president.
Actually, last
Tanmay can also take any case.
yeah, Tanmay, you can take your
Past
I
president.
can take, but I'm the joke master.
So we can have him because he's.
Okay, so you can take grammarian role. So first of all, I would request our grammarian to please come on stage and introduce his job objective. So, grammarian, please come. You may come.
My name is Tapesh.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Today, my role as a grammarian, I shall be listening to everyone's word usage and note down any awkward use or misuse of language, which includes incomplete sentences, sentences that change direction in midstream, incorrect grammar, and malappropriation. Example: a singular verb with plural subject, which is 1 in 5 children wear glasses, should be 1 in 5 children wears glasses. A pronoun misuse: no one in the choir sings better than her, should be no one in the choir sings better than she. I shall also report creative language usage. as a word master, I would like to propose word of the day as sumptuous. Meaning of that is expensive and impressive. And the sentence usage as one of the example given is the most sumptuous painting in this show for the sumptuous meal. I would encourage every member whosoever is coming onto the stage to use this word the maximum possible. I'll be taking note of that. I'll be presenting my report at the end of the meeting.
So now I would like to invite my next auxiliary role player, Toastmaster Akita, as a counter.
Good morning, everyone. Today I will be taking a role of counter. The purpose of counter is to note the word and the pause filler by anyone who speaks. And during the meeting, I will be listening the overused words such as and, well, but, so, and you. And I will also listen the filler sounds such as and also note the repeated words such as I, this mean, that means that. And at the end of the meeting, I will represent myself.
Thanks, Akita. Now it's time to invite our timer, Toastmaster Monica. Monica, do we have timer here?
So I think he is not. So it's not.
Okay, so anyone who want to take timer role?
Man.
I can take it.
Okay, okay. So now I would like to invite our timer, Mayank, to please come on stage and share about his role.
Good morning, Toastmasters and guests. As a timer, I would record each and every time of each and every meeting segment, and I would like to discuss the times allotted for prepared speeches. For prepared speeches, green card will be shown at 5 minutes, yellow card at 6 minutes, and red card at 7 minutes. And 30 seconds will be allotted for completing the speech. For table topics, green card will be shown at 1 minute, yellow card at 1 minute 30 seconds, and red card at 2 minutes, and 30 seconds for spread. Similarly, for evaluations, green card at 2 minutes, yellow at 2.5 minutes, and red at. In addition, I would also signal President, Toastmasters, Table Topics Masters, and General Evaluator with red card when they have reached their allotted time. Thank you.
Thanks, ma'am. Thanks for the brief introduction. So these are the auxiliary role player. These people are going to help me out in the evaluation process. Similarly, we also have dedicated speech evaluators. They are going to evaluate each speeches and they also present their report in the end. So these are the team of evaluators that are working for you to provide you feedbacks. And I am going to present my report in the end of this meeting. So now it's time to hand over the stage back to our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Varun.
Any meeting will start with a laugh. Today we have joke master Tanmay with us to make us laugh. So let us welcome Toastmaster Tanmay to the stage.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Four friends who hadn't seen each other for good 30 years met for a party to share their past stories. After several drinks, one of the men had left for rest, put two remained, talked about their needs. The first man said, "I'm proud of my son. He's my pride and joy. He started with a very successful company. Actually, he started at the bottom of the pyramid. Eventually, he began to climb the ladder and became a vice president. And now he's so rich, he gave a top of the line Mercedes to his best friend. Second friend, damn, that's terrific. I'm also feel pride. My son is also my pride and joy. My son started in a big airline company. Eventually went to a flight school to become a pilot. And now he's the partner. He owns majority of the asset of that company. He's so rich. He also gave a big jet plane to his best friend. Hearing this, the third friend said, "Well, my son is doing well. He started with a big university, became an engineer. Now he runs a construction company. And the company is so big, he gave his friend a 30,000 square feet mansion to his best friend for his birthday." When these three men congratulated each other that their son presented something big to their best friend in their birthday, the fourth man returned. He was curious. He said, "What are the congratulations for?" One of the three men said, "The congratulations, we are feeling proud of our son, and we feel their success. What about your son? What he is doing?" The fourth person said, "He is gay. What he makes living dancing as a stripper in a nightclub. What a shame! What a disappointment! No, I'm not ashamed. He's my son. I love him too. In fact, he's lucky too. His birthday just passed, and he got a 30,000 square feet mansion, a brand new jet, and a top of the line Mercedes from his three boyfriends." That's it.
Let me start with a question. What do you do when you are angry or upset with someone? And let me also give you the option. First, you huff puff, slam door, shout or insult other person. Second option is you apologize even if you are not wrong. Third option is you speak calmly and seek compromise. Or fourth is you be quiet and avoid any argument. So I am going to repeat these options again. Please raise your hand. First is you huff puff, slam the door, shout, insult the other person. Anyone for it? Second is you apologize even if you are not wrong. Third is you speak calmly or seek compromise. No one. Fourth is what was the fourth one? Yes. You be quiet and avoid any argument. So these are different conflicting styles we adopt at different situations, and nothing is right or wrong. So we'll be discussing some of the conflicting styles we have to manage our relationships with our family and friends, and I will be discussing this in the form of animals. So please come with me and share your thoughts on that as well. So first is accommodating bear. So this is cooperation at the highest level, even at the expense of your own goals, your own feelings, your own objectives. like mother does in the family. There are pros and cons of every conflicting style. Like in this style, you may have long-term relationship and you are the best person when it comes to managing Fufaji and Tijaji who are coming to your home. Yes. And this approach can also help when other parties really subject matter expert or have better solution with them. So you may say you have your way, I just give in. But this has its own negative. Like if you are always accommodating and your feelings are not heard, you may feel very resentful and get frustrated. Yes or no? So anyone here is able to relate to this conflicting style? Let me give you one more example on this. Any new Toastmaster who want to learn tricks of doing well at this stage, he will be contacting veteran Toastmasters like Manuji or Rahul or Abhishek or Panshu. So the person who is seeking help, he has to be very accommodative. Other person who is veteran will say, please call me at this time only, and I am only available for 5 minutes. So other person has to adopt accommodating style. So this is one. Any example or any thought you want to share on this?
Hi, my name is Rajan. It's the first time here. And about the subject you are talking about, actually I relate to it a lot. I have been having some scenarios in my life that I can relate to this. So should I share what I'm going through?
Briefly you can share.
Okay. So I'm from Usar here, and I'm new in this town. I'm working in a corporate. I'm in a job here, and so in this Gurgaon culture, I don't have any family or friends right now. So at office, I just you have to be in a docile environment, something in a corporate environment. So I don't get to share a lot of my inner feelings to anyone. And when I get home, so I don't have friends and family. I can go to. So I have to accommodate with people. I have friends, but I have to accommodate with people to a certain level that I can't express those feelings like to family. So about like for a long time to this date, I have some some emotions that I want to express, but I'm not able to share with the person. So that is some sort of feeling that is suppressed in me. So I just want to not use that word. I just want to lash out and express all of my feelings.
So let me suggest this is the place where you can express yourself.
You should get
express
married.
your feelings.
You should get married.
So the other person will only express
So thank you so much. So this kind of scenario is a kind of loose win. I just give in. I will let other person win or take over my feelings and whatever they want. Second scenario is this is avoiding turtle. We all have seen the turtle. When there is any dangerous situation, he just go into the shell and save himself. So this kind of person or personality avoid difficult situation, difficult negotiation, tough handling. So he keep on avoiding or keep on postponing the things which actually matters to him the most. So it's a lose-lose situation where the person is not assertively pursuing his own goal, or rather not helping other person or other party to achieve their own. So one example I can think of, anybody who is there and not coming to this stage is actually losing out and not helping the club to achieve its goals. So avoiding turtle could be a short-term strategy or short-term tactic, but in a long term it is a lose-lose thing where nobody is going to get anything and the person is just postponing the crisis. Third is competing shark. This is the Salman Khan of Bollywood, my way or highway. It is that this person is highly goal oriented, target oriented, but very low on people management. So such kind of person will do very well in emergency situation where you need very quick and decisive actions. Or in certain areas like sales, they are going to do very well. They are very good in operations, but when it comes to senior leadership or when it comes to working with people, they may fail badly because they are not going to get support they require from the people because they are not good at maintaining relationship. So anyone can share on this. You must be having such person in your office or at your home who is actually onto his own goals and do not think about anyone else. So any thoughts on this from anyone?
I would say my brother, elder brother, he works in the same way, he doesn't listen. And whenever he runs in some problem and then he calls me and I said, how can I help now? He didn't listen to me at that time.
So they lose out on relationships. So when they need support, there is no one to support them also. So this is competing shark. Fourth is compromising fox. It's like, as the word says, compromise. It's like meet the halfway or split the differences. So nobody is actually achieving their own goals, but they are just compromising and getting something in return and giving something in return. So sometimes it is a lose-lose situation, sometimes it is a win-win situation also when you actually, your goals are important to you. So rather getting the entire thing, you are happy that I got something. So in situation like Mahabharata, where Duryodhana said, I will not give an inch of any land. So compromise would have done much better and avoided a war. So in such situation, compromise may be a thing to go for. So we keep doing compromising in our life. So I would like to hear from you any compromising situation or any compromise you have done recently with your boss. Of course, with wife, you are always doing this.
Not a particular situation, but I generally think compromising as a word has a little bit of a negative connotation, but in my experience, a lot of times this approach of resolving a situation where both the parties are flexible in their heads and they are willing to travel a few steps ahead usually comes out with a win-win situation and typically works extremely well, whether it's a personal relationship or a corporate working relationship. So
probably a personal relationship.
That is essential to save the relations at least.
That's it.
No doubt. I am with you on this.
Other possibly appraisals are a classic example of compromising.
You are bang on.
To a large extent, right? When we give appraisals to our employees and you have to hit the middle ground. Again, I think I agree that compromising can have a negative connotation around it. But I think playing an appraisal game is every year is very much demands that kind of conflict management. Somebody wants 20, you want to give 10. You set for 12 or 13, you give a reason why, but you don't want to lose the rising star.
In
So I think another.
in corporates, we have this relationship with our vendors for anything. Kind of we go some we give some leeway to them, or they also do some additional things for us, just based on the relationships and cooperation. That's we can say that's also a win-win situation for both of them.
anyone else would like to?
So I think one of the, just one point, so not an example but more like an observation. So what I have observed is that compromise usually definitely have a negative connotation. Right, so I was reading this someplace that compromise is a situation where both the parties get what neither of them wanted. Right, so that is not a healthy situation. So whenever at least where I am in a situation where I have to compromise, I try to make it a win-win. Right, so instead of settling for something which is like a lose-lose for both, I think the end goal for both the parties should be that okay, we need to get to a middle point where both the parties get what at least some of them wanted. Right, so the end result should be from moving away from the negative connotation, just to avoid any any dissatisfaction, right? So make it more like a
I mean, it also happens a lot in the situation when you deal with the procurement department. And their job is to reduce the price, their job is not to reduce the price. So someone can't compromise and really fast.
But in that case, you cannot compromise on specifications.
Yes, of course.
So this is a kind of more as a negotiation.
Negotiation, yeah.
So negotiation, the objective is to have a win-win situation for both the parties.
Okay, thank you. Next and the last conflicting style is collaborating out, where we are saying we are actually pairing up with the other party to come up with the greater solution or better solution. So it is the collaboration at the peak, and we are deframing the problem itself and creating the space for everyone to contribute. So it's more of democratic style of working where everyone is involved and everybody's voice is heard. So one example again related to Toastmasters, we all coming together every weekend and taking up different assignments and role and performing it here to make it a successful club or meeting. Yes or no?
Yes.
The fallout of this style is it is more demanding in terms of you need to have better trust, you need to have time and effort, you need to put in a lot of efforts to build a consensus and to listen to everyone. So though it is one of the better options available, but it has its own downside also. In case of emergency, it is not a go-to option, of course. Rather, we'll go for the competing shark that time. So as we see, we have different styles, and are you able to relate to these styles? You can put in your family members or friends there. So if we know our own dominating style and know the other person or other party's style, we can always mold our response according to the situation. Yes? And this style, these are not fixed. We can always work upon this and change according to the situation. So that's all from my side. Anything you want to share with this? You have
If I talk about the last one, the collaboration point. So as a product manager, it is my duty to collaborate the team. Like either you have to connect with the business team, you have to connect with the tech team, you have to connect with the end user perspective, and then collaboratively you have to build the product. So moreover, the entire product manager journey is all about the collaboration.
So it's like a win-win.
Yeah, you have to make the entire
approach you take.
to make a wonderful product.
Okay. Now let us move on to our main part of the meeting, which is speeches. So first speech is by Toastmaster Ripple, who will be giving his ice-breaking speech. I would request his evaluator, Toastmaster Rajiv, to explain the objective of the speech.
I just nominated myself in the beginning today, so I really don't know what the objective is now. Because there was nobody that evaluated the
Okay.
It's an icebreaker speech. The member has to introduce himself.
So that was told by me as I asked. So
speech topic. So it's like the introduction and pick a random topic about me. All the best. So my topic is the bonds we build, friendship and hostel life. So I started with the quote. It's like that. Friendship is the only cement that will ever hold the world together. So in the as we are like most of them are living the hostel life. So in the hostel life we all experience directly or indirectly. It's the bond we create and the how they purposely solve our long-term things like they help in improving ourselves in the future. So from that as we entered in the hostel life, so then before the hostel life we are in the school and in the protected environment. It is by the family members, by the parents or and we haven't seen the world. Our world is like just going to school, spend life in the schools, come back to school and play with friends. So as we entered in the hostel, so it became the hostel situation as it is the first time. And after that, we made a lot of personalities, different personalities. And we have to live with them, we have to survive with them, and there are like lots of conflicts between them. So everyone has their own perspective, and everyone tried to assure to win the situation, and it is only handled by the like active listening and assertive speaking. After that, so I have categorized the hostel life into the 4 parts. Basically, it is the year, first year, second year, third year, and final year. So in the final year, as we entered, so it is like we met different people, and they are the different kind of fest. So as we participate in the fest, so we improve our skills like how to talk to people, how to develop our skill, and how to convince people. And with that, in the as we enter in the in my second year, so there was it's like every department student assigned to its department, and in the hostels it's like there is a room where a group of people live here and they play the FIFA game, and there's a lot of conversation are going between them, and they started randomly from picking one topic and ended with the completely different topic. And it's like there are multiple things that we discuss, and there we get a lot of knowledge from them. And there is one more thing, the late night exams, like suppose there is an exam in the next day, so we studied before the night, and there is a group discussion, all things going there, and from that we learned that it not only improve our academic, but it gave a strong sense of the community. And in the third year, so it's the internship year. Everyone is focused on their own goals, and they finalize their career path. So there are different career paths. So most of them are finalized before in the first year, second year, but most of them is still confused what they have to choose. So there are a lot of things. So even I sometimes I prefer I prepare for the government job, sometimes I prepare for the GA, or sometimes I prefer just to placement and to job. So it's getting different kind of perspective of job. It will give a clear picture of what I want to take. And there was one thing that in the hostel, it is the hostel fast food. It is, how it is delicious, the hostel food is, and as I am the day scholar, so I always carry the food with me. So they just took my tiffin and just ate it. Sometimes they eat in the classroom, and when I opened it, so it is like completely empty. So that's the thing. And in the final year, it's like the placement season, so everyone is busy in taking the placement. So as I summarize the hostel life, so it is like the a place where you learn microfinances, a place where you learn how to deal with people, a place where you learn how to survive with bare minimum resources, a place where you learn how to manage conflicts, and a place where you improve your personality. So that's all.
It will explain the journey of his college time. To boost up the energy, we have a dynamic speaker now. We have 1 minute silence for the feedback or input. So you can give the feedback. Thank you, share. Anurag is Abhishek is sharing the link.
So guests can scan the QR code from the nearby Toastmasters member.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. So now, as I was sharing, to boost up the energy, we have next speaker, Toastmaster Rahul, who is working as secretary right now. Has been the ex-president of the club, one of the very active members of the club. Let us welcome Toastmaster Rahul at this stage. To request Anuji to explain the objective of his speech today.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Today, Toastmaster Rahul is attempting level 3 project 2. The objective of the project is to begin developing a collection of humorous stories and to present a speech that includes humor. So be ready for laughters. All the best, Toastmaster Rahul. This speech title is Who Was She?
Who was she? Toastmaster Rahul. Toastmaster Rahul. Who was she?
Has this ever happened to you? You're in the crowd. Suddenly, you come across a rather shy, but a purest soul trying to play you. Yes. You immediately know that this person is new to the city and has a pure heart. Well, that was me when I first came to Gurgaon. Fellow Toastmasters and dear guests, a few months after I started my professional career, I planned a visit to my hometown. I had to board the train from New Delhi metro station. I was excited. I had 2 bags full of surprises for my family. I decided to use metro to reach there. It was also my first time traveling by metro alone. I reached Huda metro station, and when the train arrived, I got in. But before I could react, all the seats were full. even though I was first in the line. I got off the train and waited for the next one. The second train came, but same thing happened. Before I could react, all the seats were full. I deboarded and waited for the next one. The third train came. Same thing happened. But this time, I decided I will stand and travel, as there was no hope. I was standing there, hopeless, with bags. When you see a pure soul suffering, you kind of want to help, right? That's where I met her, not her. I heard a voice. Excuse me. She was sitting there. I was standing there. She said it once. I heard it twice. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. It was such a beautiful voice. I turned back, looked at her, and said, nothing. She continued and said, you can sit here. I was not able to comprehend this because that was the first time I experienced such a sweet gesture in Durga. Throughout my journey, I did not speak even a single word. As I mentioned, I was very shy. Had I been part of Toastmasters back then, I would have talked to her. That's what Toastmasters is about. It gives you wings of confidence. As I approached the station, I got a call from my roommate. He asked, have you reached? I said, no, I'll reach there in 5 minutes. I'll call you back once I'm there, and then hung up. At the New Delhi metro station, I got up with bags in my hands. It was super crowded, but I managed to get out of the train. As I walked out, I checked my pockets and realized my phone was missing. I was shocked. The train was about to leave in 15 minutes. I was hopeless and sad, but I decided to leave. Once I was on the train, I borrowed someone's phone, called my parents, and blocked the number. I was really upset because that was the first time something was stolen from me. I mean, something non-living. Once I got settled, I pondered upon it and thought, what might have happened there? Did I keep the phone in my pocket, or was it in my hand after the call? There are two scenarios I could recall. The first one, at the last station, it was really crowded. I had bags in my hands. Someone might have taken advantage of this situation and taken the phone out of my pocket or hand. I didn't realize it because I was too focused getting out of the train. From that day onwards, I never pick a call when I am near the final stop. Second scenario. I hate to mention this, but maybe that girl did something, not of course. It is quite unusual to experience such a sweet gesture in Delhi metro, where we often see quarrels and nuisances. Just because she was a girl, I could not rule out the possibilities. I'm not saying she did it, but there is a chance. Who knows? My friends, trust is essential, but so is caution. The kindness of strangers can be genuine, but it is always wise to stay alert, especially in unfamiliar places. I still wonder who she was. I wonder who she was. not half course. Over to you, Toastmaster.
Amazing way of giving speech, very expressive. Toastmaster Rahul, thank you so much. 1 minute silence for the feedback. Another versatile speaker we have Toastmaster Ankit, who joined Toastmasters in 2023 in February, and he is an engineer. One of the hobbies he has is of dreaming. So would like to hear more in the former speech someday. So let Toastmaster introduce the objectives.
Good morning.
Good morning.
We have another level 3.2 speech, which means and past some 9 speeches almost already done. So expect a very veteran, seasoned, a very prolific speaker on the stage next. He's attempting a speech which is titled Start and End, and the objective is 2 social speeches, deliver 2 social speeches, and social speeches are usually speeches which you could curate to give to any social events. So looking forward to your speech, Toastmaster Ankit. All the very best.
Start and Ankit.
Thank you, Toastmaster Varun, and thanks Toastmaster Shilpi for such a good introduction. Today I will be giving 2 social speech. The first one is speech of baby shower of my eldest cousin sister. So here it goes. Hi everyone, welcome to Hina's baby shower. I'm Ankit and she is my eldest cousin's sister. Most of you might be seeing me for the first time because I could not attend her wedding. She got married during the COVID-19 and I could not attend. But anyways, on this beautiful day of her baby shower, I want to share a very touching verse from John Mayer's song, and you have to guess its meaning. So the first part of the verse: fathers, be good to your daughters. Daughters will love like you do. That's the first part. Second part is: girls become lovers who turn into mothers. So mothers, be good to your daughters too. Anyone wants to guess its meaning? So what thing? Yes, you want to? I thought you were just making something else. So basically, what it means is that the father should be good to their daughters, because a daughter learns to love from their father, not mother. And once they learn to love, they obviously get married and everything, and then they become mother themselves. So a mother should be good to their daughters too, because then only their daughter can become a good mother. It's a little loopy, but it has a very deep meaning. So that's why we have gathered here. I only want to give this message to the new couple, new parents to be couple, is to love their child no matter what. And this is a learning for us as well,
that we should, just teach them good to our next generation. We will be teaching them good values, great love. Then only they can become a better parents themselves in the next generation. And we are laying that foundation today on nothing but love. Cheers. So that's the first speech, first social speech. The second social speech is about the end of life. So this was about the start of life, a new child is born. The second is about end of life. So in northern part of India, if some of you might know that if a very poor person dies, so the death is not mourned that much, it is actually celebrated because they are not suffering anymore, they left just at the right time. So it is celebrated actually. And this is actually true, happened some days back. I attended this funeral after passing of a very old lady who happens to be a grandmother in some relation. So here how it goes. Hi everyone. Shakuntala Dadi is no more with us now, and there is no doubt she had a very beautiful and fulfilling life. What made her life very special in last couple of years was nothing but her own son. Now her son cared for her like his child, because for last some years she was totally dependent on him. And even when he came to meet us, I remember when he came to meet us sometimes, he used to get back right within half an hour because he had his mother to attend to. So he cared for her like his own child. And this is it's such a shame, it's not very common to see this thing these days. For me, he's Shravan of 21st century. For those of you who don't know, Shravan used to be a mythical character who used to serve his parents. And this guy who cared for his mother is my Fufaji. Fufaji means father's sister's husband. So he's a wonderful guy. I really respect him for that. And I think he is inspiration not for me, but for every one of you who are here. And I think that the grandmother is watching from heaven, showing his son as well as all of us with her blessing. With that, I'd like to conclude. So was the second speech. And finally, I want to end my entire speech with a positive message. And the message is, when we come into this world, we are dependent on others. When we leave this world, sometimes we are dependent on others too. So to next generation, we should pass on good values, high standards, because what will be will sow. With that, I would like to conclude. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ankit, for a wonderful speech with a message. Next, again, 1 minute break for the feedback. Okay, time for another speech, and it is by Toastmaster Gauri from Gabby's International Toastmaster Club. Let us welcome Toastmaster Gauri.
Toastmaster Dipanshu to share the objective of
Thank you,
our
Toastmaster.
speech.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Toastmaster Gauri is giving a speech from Path Engaging Humor. It's one of the 12 parts. Her speech project is level 3, project 2. The objective of the speech is connect with storytelling. The purpose of this project is for the member to practice using a story within a speech or give a speech which is a story. All the best to Toastmaster Gauri for the speech.
Sorry, what was the title?
Title is Full Plates, No Boxes.
Full plate, no boxes. Toastmaster Gauri, full plate, no boxes.
Hello everyone. I am Abhishek. I am Gauri Agarwal, a Banya, which means that if this speech goes off well today, I will try and sell it to you afterwards. But as of now, have you ever had to battle cliches and have goats and chickens been a part of your saga? Up in the north, Agarwal is a caste that belongs to the creed of Banyas, who are infamous for being traditional, miserly, and strictly vegetarian. Any Banyas in the house? Any Punjabis in the house? I am a non-vegetarian Agarwal. Any non-vegetarian Banyas in the house? Now I can justify this. My grandfather was a Banya, of course, but from Punjab. My mother is a full-blooded Punjabi from both sides of her family. This makes me 3/4 Punjabi. The odd one out, my grandmother, traditional, miserly, strictly vegetarian, a typical Banya. And I'm going to call her Sherlock. Now Sherlock was very possessive about her dining table. Her dining table looked like tinda, ghiya, karela, moong dal. I grew up eating all those delicacies. But on the other side of the spectrum, the dining table in the maternal side of my family looked like mutton biryani, butter chicken, curd chicken, palak chicken, chicken pickle. As a kid, my brain used to navigate all this very easily, but like all choices in life, I preferred one more than the other. Now, everything was chill at home, as you can see. I only had to hide my love of non-veg from Sherlock. In vain, of course. If I would have met David Dhawan, I would have proposed to him Detective #1, starring Sherlock. And here's why. It was a beautiful Saturday morning of February, where the sun was shining just right, the birds were humming, and there was the aroma of marigold gardens filling up the air. It was the grand day, the wedding of my cousin, Gaurav. Now by the time it was lunchtime, my stomach was growling louder than the band. But Agarwal weddings are gastronomical pilgrimages. No meat, no chicken, not even an egg inside. But where there's a will, there's a way. I sneaked out from the table, pulled out my phone, and ordered myself some mutton biryani, butter chicken, and a tandoori platter, to be delivered at the back entrance of Tivoli Gardens as a wedding emergency. Now, no, I wasn't going to eat all of this alone. There were a nasty bunch of people who were going to enjoy at the cost of my labor. I headed back to the table, feeling very happy, a sly smile on my face. While I waited for the phone to ring, I nibbled half-heartedly on a piece of paneer. The phone buzzed. I stretched out my neck to look out for Sherlock. I know I don't have a neck, ignore that. So I stretched out my neck to look out for Sherlock, and to my astonishment, she was doing the same. She reciprocated each and every gesture, making me feel like a chicklet. I quickly cut all cords of contact with her and ran to the back door, where I was greeted by the delivery boy holding my packet, which was smelling like heaven. Money exchanged hands, and I requested the wait staff to carry my treasure in the trolley covered with a white cloth. All of 5 feet from nowhere Charlotte sprung. What do you have in there? Must be dirty dishes. In a quick whiff, she removed the cloth to reveal all the meat. Ram, 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 ram. If somebody gives you my bones and flesh to eat, will you eat it? Daddy, stop being over dramatic now. A faint smile finally hit her lips. But for the Punjabis in the house, it was covered with the flowery Punjabi language. Now, maybe this doesn't sit well with the Banya in my surname, but these credentials are just for the appetite of public at large. These are perceptions. I have heard all my life that I'm very intimidating looking and arrogant, which is fine because I'm made peace with it now. But I've understood that jealousy and perceptions have no cure. I've heard things like, I don't trust her, she's non-veg. I mean, really? People want to hear what they want to hear, and I don't even choose to explain myself anymore. I have a question for you. Now, this is my box. All of us are putting some boxes from someone or the other. Tell me one thing. If a chicken lays eggs in the oven, will you start calling them cookies? Anyone? Well, some people can, just for the heck of it. So, well. With this, I wish that all your plates are always filled with your favorite food, whether served as a Michelin star precision or tossed together like a late night snack. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Gauri. I am just thinking after the meeting, should I go to Biryani Blues or okay. 1 minute break for the feedback again. Now we move on to the next section, that is of table topic session. For that I invite Toastmaster Rajiv to conduct this session. Let us welcome Toastmaster Rajiv. Alright, so I think I'll quickly explain the concept of the table topics. My most interesting part of the entire Toastmaster. So the idea of the table topic is that I'll give a topic. Whoever wants to come here, please come. Of course, the guests are invited, and of course, the veteran Toastmasters are invited too. Not to be biased towards the guest only. But I think that the idea is that you have to speak impromptu. There's an approach called audio approach. If you have not heard about it, do read about it. Very simple. You give your opinion, you give a reasoning, you do an explanation, you summarize the opinion. Right. So the timing of the entire part is around 1 to 2 minutes. minimum that you have to speak about is a minute. You can take a bit of pause, be calm and collected. This is not going to be as easy as it was 3 weeks back. I saw the note in the group saying, make it easy. I don't like things to be easy. I think it has to be tough, right? We have to get into improving every day. So the images today, they are relatively tougher. Was it was 3 weeks back. Now what I'll do is, again, I think going back to the time, sorry. So 1 minute is the minimum, 2 is the maximum. You can get a grace of 30 seconds. Of course, there's a timer. You can see whether you are within the range, outside the range. Nothing to begin with. I'll just request how this is going to be done. I'll request one of the experienced Toastmasters or somebody who has done it before to come, and we can just have a practice for the first class.
Who is not taking the
Toastmaster meeting.
Okay, so shall I
Toastmaster
call?
Kaveri.
Yeah. So somebody has done it who wants to just go and demonstrate to everybody else. But shall I call? Abhishek just now.
It seems very difficult
Oh, it seems very difficult. Okay.
This is not the actual picture.
Yeah, this is not the actual picture. I just showed it for.
I can't set an example for this.
Okay, fine. Cool. Bhanu sir. So this is not the picture. I'm just going to give you a picture. So Toastmaster Bhanu.
Not setting the right example.
Yeah, here's a picture for you. Show to others how it is done.
So it's a natural expression by a kid. Whenever kids, they are very excited, they want to tell you to something. That's the expression you will see over there. And as we grow up, we forget our natural expressions. We just kind of become very subdued and very kind of introvert or inward looking. We think that if we do some kind of these kind of expression, what people will think. And look at this child. He's so carefree. He so much wants to express himself or herself. I don't know much. But yeah, this picture gives us a message that don't be shy. Express whatever you are. Don't worry about the people. Today we had great speeches as well. As Toastmaster Gauri, she was also giving the same message. Break all the perceptions, what people have about you. Just be yourself. Don't worry what people will think or what they will talk back about you. Make yourself happy, and that will make all around us happier. Thank you.
Thank you. It's not as tough as it seems, right? It was easy. So I think I'll request any of you to volunteer. Oh, believe me, I was just scaring you. They're not tough. Please come. For you is.
Photosynthesis.
Okay, to me this image basically says I'm open, I'm welcoming, I'm grateful, and I'm grateful for everything that's happening in life. So this is like an open, welcoming image in my opinion. And this is how I would love for all of us to see life as every morning that we wake up, every morning that we see everything new that's happening around us. Can we just open our arms, eyes, with a smile on our faces and say, hey, I welcome this new day. I welcome this new experience, good or bad. There must be some learning
or there must be something to value or something to cherish. I welcome it all. Interestingly, as I see this image, I was watching this movie on Netflix called Kalki, if anybody has seen this. Now this movie starts with such a horrible interpretation of life, maybe many years later, where people are caged in a certain complete black and white boxes and there is no life to see. And yesterday I saw it, and today morning as I woke up and I looked at the beautiful garden and the lush green places around me with flowers, and I just looked to myself, thank God we have life around us. Thank God we have so much beauty to look forward to, which on a normal day we take so much for granted. Everything happening around us, whether good or bad, there is so much beauty within that. So just look at this image, set it as a reminder to yourself that be open, be willing to see the beauty of everything that is around us, and the world will shape up so much more beautifully, as we are all the creators of what we think, we create. The way we see it, we create. Thank you.
So that was a great demonstration of how you can illustrate a picture. Just a tip, I think you can learn from her that she didn't start right from the word go. Take a pause, take 10-15 seconds, and then speak about it. Can I have the next volunteer?
We can have the from the guest.
Yes,
Rajan.
Rajan, yeah, Rajan, please come.
What is the name of this animal? Yeah.
To be honest, I'm not entirely sure what to interpret from this, but I would like to start that I think this was an era where people, in general, people were not bounded by anything. They were, they had no bounds, and there were no limitations to anything. They could do anything, and they didn't care about anything who were judging them, who were, so, I think it's an ideology that we're supposed to be boundless of what we think, what thoughts we have in our mind, and
You speak anything like that you can.
So first, to just get to the facts, I think these are dinosaurs, and these are
This is animal called Komodo.
Okay, so 2 minutes. Okay, I'm sorry. And they are, I think they are sort of enjoying and just playing. I think they are mates or something. So this is time. This is a time that there is no judgment in place. I think it it expresses something that we should learn from it and learn that
Okay, no.
Tough one to do at the first go. I think other option is what I'll do in case you find image too tough to comprehend or speak. I'll give you a sentence and then you can either take this or take that.
Can I give a tip to Farooq?
Sure.
So, what I could see, like he was struggling to make sense of it. So my suggestion is just to pick one message and avoid the rest of the other things.
Yeah.
Just speak on that for 2 minutes. Just
So see, when I saw this picture, the way I interpreted US and America, America and China, they're coming together. That was the first interpretation I got, and I narrated a story about that in my mind.
Or you can just explain the pictures.
Yeah.
So it can be like that, be there to, like someone is, your near one is in trouble or distress, be there to just give the shoulder.
Absolutely.
Are they fighting or one? Anything you can make the story. I can make it fighting or
Let's go to the next topic now. Any volunteer? Yes, please come. Now I'll give you a picture. If you find it too tough to comprehend and you want to get a sentence like the normal way of doing it, of course we can change that. So your name please? Nathan, hi. Toastmasters Nathan.
in my opinion, it's a group of friends enjoying their time together and traveling to some place and enjoying their life or weekends. In my opinion, because with friends, spending time is very important and it's very enjoyable also. And going to a beautiful place and with your best friends together is a beautiful emotion that we have, and so many good moments to remember in future lives. These all are, I can relate to this image. There are a bunch of friends enjoying a scenic playing in a scenic place. That I can interpret it from this picture.
Thank you. As I said, the picture is too difficult. You want to change with the sentence or word. I have the options for that too. Want to come? Yeah, please. Toastmasters.
This interprets that there is always a hope of ray, even in a dark. So even though the desert, the land is full of drought and it needs water, so still whoever has kept it has a belief that one point of the time we will get rains and the water will get stored. So this is what life has to say. Always have a belief in yourself, that some point of the day, some point of the year, you will have an opportunity to grow. So this is what the picture about this tells. Like some point of the time, the water will get stored in the underground, and it will be useful for many other people who will come and over a period of time build houses and establish this land. So this is what this does.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, this is so right. That's what Toastmaster is, right? It's a ray of hope for many of us who want to practice and become better. So I think
One more and we
yeah, one more. So I think I'll possibly ask somebody from this side because
Guest.
Any guest? Okay. Any guest who wants to come? You want to come? Please come. What's your name? Asim. Toastmasters. Asim.
I think at least the first image that I derive is of hope. I mean, there's somebody who's, the bulb probably is a reflection of innovation. There's a man who's touching the bulb, he's still outside, he's still wondering what to do with it. So he has a hope that at some point in time he'll create something which is as innovative as probably bulb was at some point in time. So that's probably the first interpretation that I derive. What else? I think second is more poetic in nature. I mean, there's clouds, there's blue sky, there's harmony, right? There's happiness. I mean, it reflects a very positive sort of an outlook. That mixed with like a rocket within a bulb, I think it gives a good message of modern technology along with nature. They can coexist. So that's probably the second interpretation of it. Green means dull, sorry. Yeah, I guess that's probably it.
Yeah, that's good.
Thank you. So I think that's it for the day today. I hand it over back to the MODs.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rajiv. Very interesting way to conduct table topic session. I think first time I have witnessed something like this. Good to go. Now, this is the time for feedback. We have reached the last section of the meeting, which is evaluation section. So, coordinate that section. I would like to invite our general evaluator, Toastmaster Anurag, on the stage.
Thanks, Toastmaster. So guys, this is the last and third section of this Toastmaster meeting. Here we are going to share the evaluations. Now, first of all, I would like to invite our table topic evaluator, Toastmaster Varun.
Hi, good afternoon everyone. So I will be giving my report on the table topic round. So table topic round was led by Toastmaster Rajiv. So before I get to his feedback, I'll start off with the participants. So the first topic was played by Toastmaster Banu. So one thing which I really liked about your speech was that you used good sense of humor, right? So you didn't shy away from having those facial expressions. That shows that you were confident on the stage, right? So one area of improvement that you could consider is you could have taken some time to think about it. So 30 seconds to think about it and structure it mentally could have, made sure that you would have structured the entire presentation well. Toastmasters should be, again, no recommendations, but I think, the best thing you did was to time to think about the topic, right? So you used a lot of good non-verbal gestures, you used the Oreo approach perfectly, and then, you used an example towards the end to make it more relevant, and something which I really liked about that example was very relevant. So people were able to relate to it. Guest Rajan, again, hats off for showing, courage and volunteer to come on the stage. Right, so couple of things which I think you can start looking at is that you were not making a lot of good eye contact, right? You kept on looking at the screen, and you can follow some sort of a structure so that you are able to talk about that particular topic in a bit more detail. Next one is Nitin. Again, same comment. You can take some time to think, and again you also try to follow an Oreo approach, and again hats off to your courage that you volunteered and came on the stage. Toastmaster Prithvesh, again, very good fluency, and you made it the entire topic very relevant to the audience. And one comment would be that, you can take time to think about it, And another thing which I noticed in all of these speakers was you guys kept on looking at the picture and it made little eye contact with the audience. So one thing that you guys can think about is, instead of looking at the picture continuously, take some time to think about the topic and then deliver the speech. Last one is guest a scene. Same comment, you started off pretty quickly, takes time to think about it. And when you started off, you had a defensive body posture, your hand was in the pocket, that kind of shows some sort of an underconfidence. But again, you took multiple approaches to the image that was given to you. It was a difficult image, but you took multiple approaches, so kudos to that. Now lastly, feedback for Toastmaster Rajiv. So you used technology, which is the laptop, which is very good. And one thing which you did very well was you set it up in advance so that there was no last minute glitches. You explained the concept well, you talked about the audio approach, but you could have explained it with an example. Probably give an example on how you can use it, maybe using an image or something like that. And one recommendation would be to again simplify it a bit, right? So it was getting too complex for especially the guest to tackle through. Maybe explain the picture, give a sentence or a phrase or topic to talk about it. And couple of times I noticed that you kind of got confused between guest and Toastmasters. So maybe be slightly cognizant, so instead of calling someone as guest who's a Toastmaster or vice versa, then you can avoid doing that. So that's all from my side. Over to you, Anurag.
Now it's time to invite our speech evaluators who are going to evaluate specific speakers. First of all, I would like to invite Toastmaster Rajiv, who is going to share his evaluation for Toastmaster Ripple.
So, Ripple, so this was your icebreaker. First time when you're presenting on the stage, it takes a lot of courage. When I did my speech first time, I know that I was shivering. I was not able to construct, but I think kudos to you that you came on the stage to present the icebreaker. I'll say that you have taken the step in the right direction. I think what I like when you were narrating the entire hostel story, it took me back 27 or 22 years of my life, 24 years of my life. I was kind of thinking about my life from year 1 to the last year. So I could relate to the story that you were talking about. I think there are a lot of recommendations that I have. Of course, because the icebreaker, it will take time. Now you can compare yourself to a veteran. That's what they are called, veteran, right? When Rahul presented, you could compare the differences. I'm sure that you would noted your own points. But to me, if I would have been you, initially what happened that you were crossing your hands, which I think became better than your hands, they opened up after some time. But initially when you crossed for the first 20 seconds, it showed a side of yours, which is a bit nervous. It's obvious, but that's something that you can work on. Second, I think your stage coverage was very limited. It was to extent it was from here to here. So you have not utilized that part of the stage. That is something that you can look at. I felt that your eye contact could have been better. Eye contact was either in the center or it was sometimes down. So when it's down, basically what it means that you're trying to conceptualize the story, which means that you have not practiced it enough. There's a classic thing that practice makes a man/woman perfect, a human perfect, right? So it requires a lot of practice. I think when you deliver your second speech, practice it a bit more. You can practice in front of the mirror, you can practice with a friend, so that when you're here on the stage, you're coming with relatively more confidence, better eye contact. Eye contact should move in all the directions, addressing everybody in the audience. That's something that you can work on. If I would have been you, what I would have done, I would have constructed that story so that I can conceptualize from year 1 to last. That's what you're trying to do. But in between the mess part came in. I could have said, year 1, I was a bit nervous, it was fun, chasing girls. Year 2, chasing more girls. Year 3, possibly a bit of more work, study focus. Year 4, it's all about job placements. You could have constructed that way so that the construct would have been a bit better, there would have been clarity. I think last part when we always summarize, we should summarize with the pointers. If you say, I'll tell you the top 4 summary of what my feel about the hostel life was. Number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4. When a surprise like that, it gets registered. So when I'm walking out of the room and you meet me, say, tell me what I spoke, tell me something that I spoke, I can tell you those 3 pointers. That's what a beautiful presentation speech is. Somebody who's meeting you even after a day should be able to tell you that these are the top 3 points that you talked about. That's something that you can work on. It was the icebreaker speech. Congratulations. You took the courage to come here and speak about it. Kudos to you for that. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster. What a great evaluation.
I learned from
my pleasure. Now it's time to invite our next evaluator, Toastmaster Bakul. Sorry, Bhanu is going to evaluate Toastmaster Rahul.
You can close the door.
Who was she? What a sumptuous breakfast of humor was served by T.M. Rahul today. Whenever we go for a breakfast and we are very hungry, and the breakfast is cooking in the kitchen, and by the smell, our hunger gets more. So similarly, with the title like this, Who was she? Toastmaster Rahul kind of increased our hunger for more. And he delivered on that. He served as appetizer in the form of asking a question. Has it ever happened to you? And every audience was immediately wanting for more. They had their appetizer, but they were asking for more. And Toastmaster Rahul took us on a journey, on a delicious, tasty journey of food. The breakfast, it had spice, it had content, the stuff, and it also was very sweet. Kudos to you, Toastmaster Rahul. How he made this breakfast more delicious by his actions, by his punchlines. No, not you, she. By putting himself into situations which made us laugh and asking for more. His vivid description of his train journey, metro train journey, his description of that stranger, kind girl, and that beautiful gesture, which is not very common in Gurgaon. So you are totally on the mark, Toastmaster Rahul. And he ended with his message also. There were a couple of messages that where I lost my phone, either while I was talking and I lost it somewhere, somebody has taken it out, or he was also suspecting his beautiful companion. Overall, it was a good speech, filled with the humor. Now I'd like to give a couple of recommendations. We love our mobiles more than anything else. So when you find that your mobile is lost, it should reflect on your face and also in your words. Then I found something letting T.M. Rahul there. So it could be, oh, where is my phone? When I'm lost, oh my God, what's going to happen to me? How am I going to talk to my data? That you could have put more drama there. And plus, the expression on your face, because I could see that immediately after losing your phone, talking about the situation, you're smiling. So just try to be more sad. Overall, it was a great speech, and it made us laugh, and also some sympathy with you for losing your mobile and that girl. Who was she? So we will come to you later and know that you could find her again. Over to you, Toastmasters.
Thanks, Toastmaster Bhanu. Now it's time to invite our next evaluator, Toastmaster Silpi.
not a creature of logic. Man is not a creature of logic. Man is a creature of emotion. Do you agree?
Yes.
Man is a creature of emotion.
Yes.
And there is no better way to connect with a wide audience than to bring out the emotion. And today I thought Toastmasters Ankit's speech was such a beautiful array and intertwining of so many emotions in everything that he used, right from the title of the speech, start and end, to the situation that he illustrated for his elder sister, where he got in so much joy in the situation, and yet the song, the choice of song with so much of love, emotion, all of it coming together, to leading to a situation which brought in so much of responsibility, a bit of grief, but the minute he said Shravan, there was so much of responsibility and that feeling of taking care of the elderly that kind of came through, to the final message that he delivered, that we all get what we sow. I thought it was a beautiful interplay of emotion, and me sitting there in the audience, I was really into everything that you were saying. I could visualize the situation, and I thought that was a brilliant way of leading storytelling in situations where you connect with the audience using emotion. So very, very, very well done, Ankit, on that front firstly. Secondly, I was very impressed, and because I've heard many of your speeches in the past, I loved the structure of your speech overall. I thought you really started off well. You really kind of moved us into a situation. You had the structure for the beginning, and you had the structure to the end, and you thought through and took your time to what is it that I finally wanted to deliver to the audience. So brilliantly put on the structure. With that, 2 quick recommendations. Most of the times I thought number one was that you used your hands, you used the stage, but your body language wasn't free. Like you weren't moving with the emotion along with your body. So the body was not essentially walking with it. So try and use a little bit more freely the space that you have. The other one is a bit about voice modulation, and I always say this, that when you speak and you speak with conviction, your voice has to come from here. Your voice doesn't have to come from here. Like you really have to use your stomach to use your voice. So if you start doing that, the voice modulation kind of transforms into a lot more than the audience will get engaged with. So just 2 quick recommendations, but overall, Ankit, extremely brilliant speech, and I think fabulously done. I'm looking forward to a lot more. Thank you.
Thanks Toastmaster Silpi for the crisp evaluation. Now guys, it's time to invite our last evaluator, Toastmaster Dipanshu, who is going to share his evaluation for Toastmaster Glory.
Ladies and gentlemen, what is happening today does not happen very often. A non-veg eating banya evaluating a fellow non-veg eater. What I absolutely loved about Toastmaster Gauri's speech today was her voice modulation. Friends, wasn't it amazing? The expressions, especially during over-dramatic dadi, the craving for food, the slowing of pace during the message, the increasing of voice in the tension part of the speech, it was truly fantastic. Something that I have learned a lot from Toastmaster Gauri. Ladies and gentlemen, voice modulation is a crucial aspect of speech craft. It is something that I believe separates a good speaker from a great speaker. Voice modulation helps to bring emotions and helps the speaker to connect with the audience in a deeper manner. Second thing that I absolutely admired about Toastmaster Gauri's speech was also the purpose of the speech, which was storytelling. The way she conducted the storytelling, the expressions, the emotions, and the message at the end was fantastic. It really touched me. Storytelling is often said to be the superpower of 21st century. Most of the brands have accepted it in their marketing and every other else.
What I believe is something that we can learn from Toastmaster Gauri's speech is that a great story doesn't have to be a story of success, climbing Mount Everest or achieving something great. It could be, a great story could be something that has happened at your dining table, something that develops some emotion, had made you a better person. A great story can be that, what Toastmaster Gauri perceived today, give up all your perceptions, just live with yourself. Coming to the recommendation part, what I think will help Toastmaster Gauri being a greater speaker more. I recommend Toastmaster Gauri to use the stage more, especially the ends of the speech, the left, the right, the front and the back. What it does is that the audience sitting in the corners of the speech of the auditorium helps them to see the speaker better, and it also adds dynamic part to the speech, having a greater stage movement. So this is something I recommend, having a greater stage movement. Second thing that I recommend Toastmaster Gauri is the use of long pauses. For example, at one part of the speech, not necessarily what I exactly remember, or that Dadi catching out me eating non-veg. Have some long pause. Let that emotions, the tension seep in. That audience feel that. It really is impactful. I've seen many great speakers use it. Having a long pause, a calculated pause really helps you to develop a deeper connection with the audience. And it makes the speech feel more like a movie, something which we are truly enjoying. Coming to the summary part, I absolutely love the voice modulation from Toastmaster Gauri. So much to learn. The story was perfect, so inspiring, something we all have experienced in one way or another. And I believe the recommendation of using the stage more, and especially the use of long pauses, can serve Toastmaster Gauri becoming a better speaker and becoming a more prolific speaker. Thank you.
Thanks Toastmaster Dipanshu for the incredible evaluation. Now guys, it's time to invite our auxiliary role players, grammarian, counter and timers, and they are going to share their evaluations. So first of all, I would like to invite our grammarian to please come on stage and share his evaluation.
Good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. I'm back again to present the report. And from grammarian perspective, it was a sumptuous meeting. And this word was used by Toastmaster Manu. So in terms of word usage, it is always recommended and encouraged that everybody should use word of the day so that you remember it forever. So I'll start my report with Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Varun. Some really good usages like blockbuster of speeches, subject matter expert, resentful, and then competing shark, compromising fox, fallout. So those were really good usages. In terms of one error that I identified was these are conflicting style we adopt. So conflicting styles. So that was the only error that I identified. Apart from this timer, we had one liner. I would discuss the time allocated for prepared speeches. I would share the time allocated. Then guest Rajan. I have been having some scenario in life. I have been having some scenarios in life. And or I do have a scenario in life if it is one. Then speaker one, I think it was more of subject verb agreement where I identified some of the things. It was most of us are living the hostel life. I think most of us have been or have lived the hostel life. As we entered in the hostel life, as we enter in the hostel life, because you are telling a story, so it can be a present tense as well. There are a lot of conflicts. There are a lot of conflict in the hostels. In the hostel, we studied before the night. We study before the night. And there was one very good usage, which was active listening and assertive speaking. Speaker to Toastmaster Rahul, some really good usages like suffering, wing of confidence, pondered upon quarrels, nuisances, no error identified. Speaker 3, Toastmaster Ankit. Some good usages were laying the foundation, fulfilling, and only again subject verb. I only wants. It should be I only want. And then Toastmaster Shilpi during the evaluation. The good usage was prolific. And speaker 4, Toastmaster Gori. I think a lot of really good usage of words. Delicacies, sly smile, bird humming, astonishing, growling, whip, gastronomical, pilgrimages, faint smile. So, and only one error, which was ordered myself. It should be ordered for myself. Then coming to table topic master, Toastmaster Rajiv. Very interesting session. So starting with the speakers, Toastmaster Bhanu. Really one good usage, carefree, no errors. Toastmaster Shilpi. Good usages were horrible interpretation, blush dream. Just one error was every morning that we woke up, every morning when we woke up. Guest Rajan, people had no bounds. So people had no boundaries or had no pressure, probably. Toastmaster Nitin, no error. Toastmaster Prithvi, is that correct? Just the hope of ray you said, it should be ray of hope. That was the only thing. Guest Asim, no error. Then coming to evaluation, evaluator 1, Toastmaster Rajiv. That was one sentence was initially you were crossing your hand. It could be in the beginning of speech. You crossed your hand. Toastmaster Bhanu, some good usages were sumptuous, vivid, and there was only one error, audience were. So audience was. So every audience were should be every audience was. Then Toastmaster Shilpi, again good usages were array, intertwining of emotions, creature, extremely and fabulous. Toastmaster Dipanshu, some good usages were superpower, inspiring, prolific. And I think you said greater speaker, it can be a better speaker. Audio.
Next Toastmaster. Now I'm going to invite our next evaluator, our counter, Toastmaster Ankita.
Here is the counter report. Toastmaster Tanmay have used a 7 times, so 6 times and 2 times. Guest Rajan used a 6 times, 3 times, so 4 times. Toastmaster Ripul have used a 4 times and 7 times, so 14 times and like 4 times. Toastmaster Rahul, no filler word has used. Toastmaster Ankit used a 5 times and 2 times, so 3 times. Toastmaster Gauri have used no filler words. Toastmaster Rajiv used so 1 time, 1 time. Toastmaster Bhanu have used no filler words. Toastmaster Silpi again no filler words. Toastmaster Nitin used a 5 times and 2 times. Toastmaster Prithvi used a 3 times, so 3 times. Guest Asif used a 4 times, and Toastmaster Dipanshu have used no filler words. Thank you.
Thanks, Toastmaster Ankita. Now, in the end, I would like to invite our timer to share his timing report.
What a sumptuous meeting we had today. So, here's my timer report. Starting with Joke Master Tanmoy, you took 2 minutes 45 seconds. You took 15 seconds extra. TM Varun, you were allotted 16 minutes and you took 16 minutes 12 seconds, that's okay. Ripul, you gave your icebreaker speech and you took 5 minutes 49 seconds, you are well within time. Rahul, you took 6 minutes 21 seconds. Ankit, 5 minutes 50 seconds. And Gauri, you took 6 minutes 28 seconds. All these prepared speeches are within time. Table topics, Master Rajiv, you took the intro time 1 minute 58 seconds within time. Then coming to table topics section, Bhanu sir, you took 1 minute 27 seconds. Shilpi, you took 2 minutes 1 second. Guest Rajan, you were not able to comprehend and you were there on the stage for 3 minutes. And Nitin, you took 1 minute 5 seconds. Prithvi, you took 1 minute 2 seconds. Asim, you took exactly a minute. And then at the evaluation part, Rajiv sir, you took 3 minutes 3 seconds. Then speech evaluators, each allocated time to evaluators was 3 minutes. And Rajiv sir took 3 minutes 20 seconds. Bhanu sir 3 minutes 27 seconds. Shilpi ma'am, you took 3 minutes 6 seconds. Dipanshu 3 minutes 32 seconds. Auxiliary road players are given 3 minutes. Tapish, you extended your time and it was 4 minutes 45 seconds. Ankita 1 minute 20 seconds. And I am at 2 minutes 8 seconds.
Thanks, Toastmaster man. I think now it's time to share my evaluations. So now we don't have a timer. I can stretch it as long as I want. So meeting was started on time. Kudos to the staff. And I also noticed that there is no backouts in the speech. Usually we have some. So this is also one of the good things. In the starting, the refreshing activity that was started by Toastmaster Abhishek was really commendable. It put everyone in action. So this was a good initiative. Also, I noticed that people go in and out when someone on stage. So as we already mentioned in previous meeting that we should stay outside and wait until the transition happening. Now come to our first joke master, Toastmaster Tanmay. Joke was really funny and he introduced an unexplored career opportunities for someone to pursue because like staying in one job and waiting for promotion then create some money or wealth, that is not one of the options. There are some other options as well. So kudos to you, Toastmaster Tanmay. Next we have Toastmaster Varun as a Toastmaster of the day. So topic selection was really good. And everyone want to know about this, how they can settle the conflicts whenever happening. So also I noticed there is good engagement between each and everyone. I see audience were engaged, they are involving in the conversation, so this was a good way of sharing information. Now come to the speakers. Speaker 1, I noticed that there is discrepancy in knowing the speech objective. So I think in that case, TM mode should take the initiative and share the objective and topic if evaluator was not aware about it. Next, feedback form was shared on time, so this is also a good thing from Toastmaster Abhishek. Now, also I would like to thank to Toastmaster, sorry your name? Tapesh for taking the role on the last moment. So this is good thing. Now come to the table topic master, Toastmaster Rajiv. So rules explained, audio approach is also explained. This was good. Also I noticed that he used the screen sharing images in an image format. This is good thing and new way. He also did it in past, so this is also something that I like about him, coming up with new ideas. Next we have table topic. Now come to table topic evaluator. He covered everything and everyone so good. One suggestion for him is that his job is to evaluate the speakers, not the table topic master. So he should, whoever play the role of table topic evaluator should consider this thing. Now come to our first evaluator. CRC approach followed and a great evaluation, but one recommendation that you can only give just 2-3 recommendation to the first speaker. One recommendation only, and I think you gave more than 2-3 suggestions to him. So you can include this thing. Next, for other evaluators, Bhanu, Silvi and Dipanshu, all three of them followed the CRC approach: commendation, recommendation, and in the end commendation. And so it was good to know feedbacks for them. One feedback for Toastmaster Dipanshu. He was out of time. I think he put too much time in the initial part, so maybe we can keep a check on time. Now come to grammarian. I think he also out of time. He should also keep a check on time. And also one thing I noticed that whenever you are playing the role of grammarian, you should avoid taking the names when it comes to errors of grammar. You can accumulate all these in one place, and then if there is some good usage, you can take names. Our counter was good. Timer also covered everything. So, in my opinion, overall it was a good meeting, filled with information, laughters, emotions, good memories, good stories. So, overall it was good, and I hope all of you have really enjoyed it. Now it's time to hand over the stage to our president, Toastmaster Abhishek.
It was a constructive and engaging meeting. I hope everyone has enjoyed it. Give a big round of applause for all the voting has been shared. Take 1 minute of time and vote all the role players. Meanwhile, I can take the guest feedback. So I have a couple of guests over there. So I can have some figure on them.
You can wait 30 seconds maybe.
Yeah, I can take time. Here.
You can wait 30 seconds because everybody is busy.
Yeah, the guest can take the QR, scan the QR code from the nearby Toastmaster network and do the voting. The video of the meeting gets recorded and uploaded in the YouTube. If anyone wants to look around his role about this meeting structure, you can go to the YouTube and see the videos of the meeting.
Time still monitor.
Yeah.
Time was not changing. Let's say Monica is back.
We have the timer.
Yeah. Let's say it's time.
So actually the timer has he cannot modify the changes in the form. So man, you can modify the changes that monetization.
Yeah.
You can modify. You have access.
Yes. Or it's fine, right?
Yeah, the guest has said the feedback on the meeting.
It was my first time here, and I had a lot of people, I just wish to admire a lot of people here, and about the meeting that we had here, and it was, I like to talk here more and more so I can get out of my comfort zone and give more, better and orator. So there was structure is very well organized. atmosphere is very nice. So it gives a platform, to just deliver.
And
First of all, apologies to join late, and I think nobody has invited me and came walking. After searching on YouTube and map, I felt the Toastmasters Club here. Because I was aware of Toastmasters Club when I was in Mumbai, definitely. I wanted to see where exactly is near my house. And I thought I am aware of the structure, so definitely it's a good structure to develop your self-expression and leadership qualities, and definitely your communication skills. So I'm looking forward to joining.
cool, sir. Thank you. What would you say about that?
I think it's a very competitive group, very high quality videos. I look forward to learning from the group.
Cool. Thank you. So I will not take the feedback on the whole because we are running out of time. So skipping the entire people to take the feedback. Now moving ahead.
At least you can get some name and
Yeah, any volunteers who want to share the feedback. So we can take one or two.
like feedback, or they can just guest can say that who their name and what will they say.
Yeah. The guest can say the feedback, the name and what he wants to say regarding the meeting. Anyone. Yeah, you can.
So I attended this Toastmasters meeting like 3 months back. I really wanted to join this meeting, but there was some things in which I got involved. I was not able to join, but now I'm really looking forward to join this meeting.
Thank you. Just a message for all the Toastmaster members. The member who have completed the role, the level 1, level 2, can update on the Toastmaster website. This helps us to track the people how they are moving forward, because we will start reaching out the people who have not completed the level, approaching those set of people who are not taking the role. So it gives us visibility as a EC member to help you track their performance for the next 6 months, how you are performing. How, if someone is not taking the role, then we can reach out to them. So just go to the website, update your levels of there, level 1, level 2 that you have done over there. That is from my side. Now looking, the certificate part. Okay, it is happening. So now just we can have a 1 minute session on that, because so the TMOD has taken a session of the conflict management, and he has given the 4 pointers. Can anyone remember what are the 4 pointers? 5 pointers. Sorry, 5 pointers we have. 5 management pointer he has said. Like I remember the 2 that I have in my mind. Yeah? Yes.
There, because there.
No, this is one is the compromising management, one is the collaborating management, in the under the conflict management. Turtle, like the avoiding turtles. Accommodating beer. Yes. Compromising fox.
Competing sharks.
Competing sharks and collaborating. Yeah, collaborating fox. So 1 of 5 we have
Collaborating owl.
Collaborating compromising beers. Fox. This is accommodating beer. So now nothing to move on there. So man, the certificate. Can you save me the certificate of the last?
Yeah, there are 2 certificates.
Yeah, we have the 2 certificates. Just can you say the last certificate?
Yeah.
The online session we have. We have the online session 2 weeks ago, and we are not able to give the certificate to all the role players who have been on that meeting. So I will do the circulation of that award ceremony of that meeting today. That some of the people has performed very well on that day. Sorry. So starting with the it is a 5-6-3 meeting that has happened, and we have done online because of the heavy rainfall on that day and the water lowering. Okay, starting with the auxiliary role player, we have the Toastmaster Abhishek Sharma who will perform. Anyone?